everyone, King Edgy here, back, doing some Gen 1 random battles. This time, the RBY room, the chat room, had a little tournament. So we just entered, 7 players total, and we're going to see how it goes. Let's hope that it ends up going okay. Alright, so let's see what we've got going on here. Sea King versus Starmie. Don't love it. I don't know if it's Starmie that has Thunderbolt. It's a Starmie that's got Thunder Wave, Blizzard Surf. Could be a few different ones. I've got 2 Mons here faster than Starmie, which is good. I think I'm gonna go Agility, hoping that he paralyzes me, and now I am faster than him. And then I'm just hopeful that it's the Blizzard Surf set, and it feels like it is based on how he switched out there, which is awesome. Blizzard should take out Parasect here. Phenomenal. So he loses a sleeper, which is great. IKIQ. I don't know who this is, but that's okay. I'm going to stay in and keep just blizzarding. Agility in Gen 1 is really kind of broken here in that it overcomes the paralysis. So my speed is actually increased instead of decreased, even though I should only be at 2 times after being at a quarter. It's just the way it goes sometimes. Based on how he Mega Drained there, I was going to surf again, but I guess it didn't work out, so Sea King's going to go down here. And that is just fine. No big deal. Because what I'll do, I think, is send out Alakazam. Psychic definitely knocks out Beedrill. If he switches to Starmie, which he might do, I'm also totally fine with that, because paralyzing Starmie is a big part of my win condition here. This is excellent, and I feel like, I was gonna say, I feel like I only need Alakazam for paralyzing Starmie and handling this. But now that he's revealed all of his moves, I'm going to make a risky play. I'm going to go to Golduck and start using Amnesia. Now he's going to get to paralyze me for free, which is not the best. But by only Amnesiaing once, that's huge. Oh, and his last 2 are fire types. This is pretty good. Oh, that's phenomenal. Okay. And yeah, he decided to forfeit here, which makes sense. I mean, he was in a tough way. My matchup was just so good here. But thanks for the good battle, IKIQ. And now we're going to hang out for a bit here while we see what's going on in the rest of the tournament. So we're just hanging out for a little bit, waiting to see who might win this other matchup to take us on. So let's just jump into this other matchup and see how it's going. Looks like it's nearly over. Oh, this is an interesting one. Reflect Chansey is so hard to get rid of without some critical hits. But a Swords Dancing Mew can do it if he doesn't get frozen. Guy decides to go for the paralysis, which I think might spell his end here, just because Mew often has a recovery move. So we'll see. We'll see. It was going to be tough either way with this Mew as the last, but wow, what a pull. Boy, this battle looks like it was phenomenal. Sorry to have missed it here, but it's alright. Looks like it is over now. So we're back. We're taking on Nessie Wang. Not sure. Okay. How's our team look? No sleeps. It's too bad. But Slowbro. Oh, no, rest Slowbro? Okay. Uh, I'm going to start by going to Machop. Hopefully it goes Thunder Wave. Paralyzed Machop is no big deal. Now, Wigglytuff might no counter, might not. I'm not sure. I don't think he would go for it. I think he would switch out, honestly. So I could go for middle of the ground play, Earthquake. Okay. That's no big deal because Slowbro is such a good defensive tank. And he goes Fire Blast. So I get a free paralysis off on anybody he wants. If it's Aerodactyl, that's really big because Aerodactyl's got nothing but speed. Now we can see if we go into a chop. We'll go Body Slam, so it's whatever. We'll go for Submission this time around, because if he does switch Aerodactyl, Submission still does good damage to it, I mean. Right? Let's see, we'll go for Surf this time, just because he might switch back out. I'm not sure. He might stay in and just take the L with Aerodactyl, which would be okay by us. Nobody goes back to Wiggly. That's okay. And we'll go back to Machop. We'll just kind of keep this cycle going here. I guess we'll go Submission again? I don't see why not. Yeah, that was kind of the hope, is that Wiggly would stay in there. That was nice and helpful for us. So we're going to go Venusaur now. And we're going to hope that maybe he comes out with Aerodactyl second and maybe thinks about going for Fire Blast. Aerodactyl special is very bad, so we're not terribly concerned about that. He might be worried that Venusaur has a good sleep move going on, so he might not want to go Sky Attack if he goes to Aerodactyl. We'll see, we'll see. I don't know what'll happen here. He does go Aerodactyl, so that's fine. The question now is, I go into Slowbro. Let me see. Double Edge did 23% to me. So Sky Attack, if it's not a crit, do a lot. Do 46. But Slowbro without rest is not quite as good, so I think it's fine to switch. And he does go for the Fire Blast. So that's alright by us. We get another paralysis off here, which will be good. Then we'll kind of just keep this cycle going for a little bit. Slowbro eventually will go down, but knowing that Aerodactyl wants to Fire Blast against Venusaur means if we even get a little bit more chip damage, maybe even just a Double Edge, then a critical hit Razor Leaf will take care of the rest. But actually, we do get the Paralysis Surf, so Aerodactyl goes down. Sweet. And we're not terribly concerned about electric types at the moment, not quite yet, or grass types quite yet, because we've got Venusaur in the back. However, we are a little concerned about Raticate. It does hopefully mean that there are no sleepers and no electric types going on in this team. And we're not in love with Slowbro, so we're just going to let him go down here. Or not. What a tank. What a tank. A crit from Slowbro, in case you don't know, is one of the least likely things to happen. With such low speed. Okay, so I've got 1 health left, 1% health. Literally 1 hit point. I think I'm going to try to do something cheeky. I'm going to go to Venusaur. He can Mega Drain. He double-edged. Okay, that's fine. Now I'm going to go back to Slowbro and hope that he tries to put me to sleep. Should I do that? I guess so. There's no big harm in it. Like, the small harm is that he doesn't go... crud. Okay, Well, we go back to Venusaur, he double edges us again. And now he's like maybe thinking, I don't know, should I go for Sleep Powder? Maybe I'll go for Stun Spores. Maybe we're in his head now. But that would have been a really sweet sleep to pick up on the Slowbro there. That was a nice paralysis. He does stick with the Sleep Powder, which makes total sense here. We'll hope that we can wake up real quick. Just one quick wake up for us. And we don't get it. But with Mr. Mime being at level 77 now, I feel pretty confident that Psychic can take him out. Ninetales in the back. I like Ninetales a lot. So we'll see what happens. A big problem for our team right now would be a rock type. This is not a big problem for us because we can paralyze him with Thunder Wave. It does mean that Mr. Mime's basically done. So we go for one Seismic Toss, hoping that he goes for Reflect or something, or he gets fully paralyzed. We get fully paralyzed. But he goes for a Seismic Toss as well, okay. And what we'll do is we'll let Slowbro go down so that Scyther's Slash can clean up here. And he'd need a pretty fast last Mon here to be able to really stop us. It's very possible he has one. He's already had 3 pretty fast guys. Alright, so he's got Mew. So we can just kind of slash away at him. Hope that he's the Earthquake set. He's not. And we're not sure if he's the Blizzard set or the... Right. So, okay. I guess we go Hyper Beam here. Hope that he knocks us out. He doesn't, but what can he do now? He could choose to recover, but then Hyper Beam will knock him out, so I think he's got to attack us. He does. And now this lets Ninetales come out, and a Fire Blast should clean it up. It does. Awesome. And we're moving on. So here we go. I'll just scroll over a little bit. Yep, so we won that first one, which was great. We won the second one, also great. Now we're on to the third one. Here we go. So let's check out the other in-progress battle here. Oh, it looks very interesting. But it seems like RBY41 probably has it in the bag because Seadra can one-shot everything else. Seadra can one-shot everything else. So, they both had Porygon. They both had a Bellsprout family member. Just having a Caterpie, you know, it's tough because sometimes you get Caterpie and the game compensates for you by giving you Mewtwo or something else that's really quite good. Oh, you know what? Pumped Aaron, I think, just made the perfect play there. He knows that his only chance really was to paralyze Seadra, and so he tried to set up that sub for Rhydon so that it could take a hit from Seadra, but it just didn't work out. It was the best possible play, I think, but it was just a tough play, you know. We're at a tough stage in this battle for him right now. And that's okay. Kingler's so low and his special's so bad that we gotta think it's over here. That Erwan has it. But we'll see. Maybe just a couple of surfs. That should do it. Wow, Surf knocked out Caterpie, huh? And I'm surprised because it's Caterpie, but I don't know if level 74 Seadra would have with Surf. Okay, so here we go on into the final of this tournament. Pretty exciting. And we've got exactly the same team, so that's kind of cool. What should we do? I guess a question to ask is how much do we fear electric types? And the answer is moderately. So I'm going to Earthquake here. Yikes. Okay. I'm going to Earthquake again. Yeah, because I thought he might Body Slam. Okay. Now I'm going to switch to Zapdos. I think he has little choice but to Earthquake, because he won't knock me out with anything else. And Earthquake, since its crit just did 62%, and a 2x attack will be a little bit more than a crit at level 77. It'll probably knock me out. He's got to think a little bit. It makes sense. We have a speed tie. So there's a 50% chance that he goes down anyway, but I'm just so nervous about the electric type that could be on his team that I'd love to save Sandslash if I could. And so this is what I'm going to try. And it pays off, which is awesome. We get the KO on Sandslash, taking pretty much as little damage as possible here. Okay, Magmar comes out. We're just going to go for the paralysis. That's awesome. We don't really care about that. Burn too much. Dugong doesn't know rest. So we're actually going to stay in with Zapdos and just chip away a little bit. Hope for a crit or that he gets fully paralyzed here. Should we go out for the Surf? Let's go out for the Surf and see what happens. Goes Confuse Ray, which ends up hurting, but we get a little lucky there. It ends up hurting again, but he gets paralyzed again. We're out of confusion. Ooh, and he survived, and he got a critical hit Fire Blast. Okay, so we danced around a little bit, but that wasn't our favorite thing. Alakazam comes out. We're going to get to paralyze Alakazam. He's going to paralyze us. Oh, he's not. He's going to let Metapod just go down. I mean, that's fine. We don't care that much. Maybe he'll double switch. We are a little worried now. I always get worried seeing a Metapod because to me it means like, oh ho, you've got Mewtwo hanging out in the back. Something like that. I'm going to Swords Dance here. And then Body Slam to take him out. Just to see what else is going on. He's got a Mew. I don't know what Mew might know. He might know Blizzard. Would it knock me out at level 77? I'm not sure. I'm going to Earthquake. Oh, he got a crit. Yeah, that crit will knock us out. Okay. But it's Blizzard Mew, which gives us a lot of information. It means that it's not Swords Dance Mew. So it could have Earthquake still, it could have Explosion still, but we're feeling decently okay. Now, did I too hastily switch in Alakazam? The answer is yes. I definitely should have switched in Zapdos to get the paralysis, because if this Mew knows Explosion and decides to explode first turn, then we might just lose. Okay, but he goes into Farfetch'd. And this is interesting now. It's really interesting now. Could go Agility. He's probably just going to go Slash. So I'm going to go out to Dugong, let Dugong go down. We got a lucky paralysis there. That was very lucky. If Farfetch'd ends up going down to this Blizzard, I'll feel really good about where we are, because I'll know who he has to send out next, either Alakazam or Mew. And if I know who he's sending out, I can correctly choose this time between Zapdos and Alakazam. Hope that it goes well. Having Mankey in the back to do a lot of physical damage could be helpful if we get in this Alakazam battle. So he does go Alakazam. And I'm just going to go Alakazam straight away, because he couldn't do that much to me, and saving Dugong could be helpful. And Dugong's Blizzard does a lot of damage, which is always good. And we'll try to get the paralysis off on this Alakazam and see what happens. He might switch to Mew, let Mew get paralyzed, which he does, and that's okay. I think we'll recover up. And Zapdos is now kind of useless for us, just because it's not faster than Alakazam, so it can't paralyze it. And it's burned, so its Drill Peck wouldn't do that much damage anyway. So we're not feeling terrible about letting him go down. But now, Dugong can come out and Blizzard. His Psychic might knock us out, probably will, but maybe the 77 level has added a little bit of bulk, I'm not sure. Yeah, as we do about half damage with that. I'm going to come out with Ditto now, and I don't know if Mew might know Explosion. I don't know if it has Soft Boiled in the back, but if it's Explosion Mew, then we're in really great shape here. We transform into it at level 88, which is ridiculous. We can tank its Explosion pretty well. If it goes for Blizzard and freezes us, that would be very bad. Okay, it didn't freeze us, so that's good. And we're just in some good shape here to chip away at this Alakazam. I mean, we're a level 88 Mew now at this point. And with our own Alakazam, in the paralysis and the use of Psychic to lower his special, it might end up becoming a struggle war that we can win, I think. So, yeah, let him paralyze us. That's no big deal. The question between, does he have Seismic Toss or Reflect? If he has Reflect, then I feel like we just win, right? I feel like he would spend all 14 of his Psychics and maybe not even knock out Ditto and Alakazam here. But we'll see. We'll see what he decides to do. But I am feeling pretty good about this. Again, got really lucky that he had Metapod, and his compensation for Metapod wasn't overwhelming. He does have a Seismic Toss Alakazam, which is unfortunate for us, for sure. But one of the things that we can do, actually, is just recover up with Ditto for a little bit. When I run out of recovers with Ditto, switch into Alakazam, get a paralysis off, bring Ditto back out, and repeat this kind of transform, recover, move until Irwan 41 is out of PP here with his Alakazam. Of course, getting a special drop could end things before that. We'll see. Psychic's doing 24, so Blizzard should do quite a bit, I would think. It doesn't do as much as I thought, and that's okay. We'll try to lower the special. We get the drop. It's a big time drop. Now our Blizzard should do over half, but decide to miss. It was a strange decision, but understandable. It's okay. I'm going to just recover again. Yeah, that's okay. Juan making that nice play for the special drop. So now we'll switch out. We get the paralysis off. And I think that'll pretty much end it. And maybe not. It depends a little bit on this luck that we're getting here. But because he got the special drop in Gen 1, that's going to lower his speed even more, surprisingly. Because if you're paralyzed and you get hit with a status condition, it kind of redoubles that paralysis. So when I do switch out to Ditto again in a little bit here, we'll get this nice situation where Ditto, even though it should be slower, might actually be faster than the Alakazam, and that will be nice for us. But you'll notice that because we've had multiple special drops here, our Alakazam is slower than his every time. Ooh, that was not great. That special drop means that Alakazam will be faster than Ditto, so we've got to switch out again. And he is chipping us down, and it's hurting. It is hurting. But that second special drop, I think, should end it for him, because Mankey's Body Slam can take him out the rest of the way. So, oh my goodness, it didn't. Oh my goodness. I was so sure that it would. I didn't even think about it. I was just so sure that it would. Oh, gosh. I definitely should have calced that out. But hey, look at that. We won the tournament. Always fun to have a nice little tournament win there. And we played decently well. Our first match, we just had the type matchup, and that was just unbelievably good. And our second match here, we got that Aerodactyl out of the way, and then miraculously survived that Raticate's Body Slam, which paved the way for us. And then in this third and final matchup here, again, we got lucky. We made that right play on the Sand Slash at the start, and then had an Alakazam for his 2 Psychic types. So super fun, super great time battling. Thanks so much for the RBY chat room here that puts together these tournaments every now and then. It's a blast. I had a ton of fun. Feel free to comment, give some advice or props. Always looking to improve my skills, help you improve yours, make the Gen 1 scene a little bit stronger overall. So thanks a ton, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, everybody.